Going live. Did you tweet it yet?
I did.
Okay, perfect. And we're live. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Stammer or Goudreau? Stammer all day.
Yeah,
Doesn't
definitely.
matter if Stammer is made of glass. It's okay. Um, what's a fair trade for Zibanejad this year? I personally would stay away.
I would still target him.
I would
I've
target
seen
him
people
if you.
getting him for like nothing.
Yeah, that's true. If you can get him for close to nothing, then it's okay. Would you do?
I've seen people
Here's an
getting him for
interesting
like
one.
Monahan and stuff. So I would do
Here's an
that.
interesting question for you. Oh well, Monahan. I have Monahan. I was thinking of going to the Zib owner and being like, "Hey, do you want Larkin or Monahan or Barzell? Like, take your pick of a center. I'll swap."
Yeah. Renski's out today.
Is he?
Wait.
Oh.
I mean, Columbus isn't playing, right? Maybe, or do we just mean like for their next game that he's out? I'm confused.
Oh, one mic is too high. I was using my standing desk and putting my standing up now. Sorry, Brandon looks so funky. Something's up with my streaming software thingy. We were talking about stocks before. Like there was a lot of offline talk, weird offline talk before. Um, I picked up. I dropped Bobrovsky and Koskinen and Talbot and picked up Reimer, and now I'm doing a one goalie thing. It is a weird time. Would you drop either K'Andre Miller or Alexander Romanov for Bowen Byram in a points league? K'Andre Miller. K'Andre's not going to get a lot of points. He's not even on a power play, I think. And even if he got on that second power play, it wouldn't. Wait.
I don't know why you want any of those guys in a points league right now.
Unless it's like super deep. It's a good trade. Trade JVR and Anderson for Zibanejad, Giroux, and O'Reilly. Yes, it's a great trade for you. Just Zibanejad alone is a good pickup. Pulock rest of year. I'm low on him.
Yeah.
I'm not panicking over Bjorkstrand. I'm much higher in Bjorkstrand than Brandon is, I think.
Torch said in an interview today.
What did he say today?
That Werenski's out. Good news for Jones, actually.
Yeah, good news for him. Pedersen or RNH in a keep 10 bangers league. Oof.
In a bangers, I gotta have RNH, actually.
In a keeper
Shoots
league,
more, he hits more. Points should be similar.
Well, it's keep 10 though. I think longer term I'd have Pedersen.
Yeah.
Like RNH could at any point RNH could just like get moved off that line and that's it. He's useless. And whereas Pedersen is the guy. I would take Pedersen.
Yeah, I did see that
for long term.
Fort said that Bjorkstrand his line they shifted lines all over the place, so I don't think we can really like react too much to the first two games of the line A there yet. Yeah. But if he keeps playing power play 2, I don't like that.
Yeah, no.
Especially if there's no Werenski.
So this is from Terry Multicat Monster. Okay, so question. I recently traded Konechny for Braden Shen, leaving me with 3 Blues forwards, stack of him, Perron, and Schwartz. I really want to move off the stack, but not sure what the play is. A points league with blocks.
Trade Schwartz if you can. I think.
Yeah, I think Schwartz is the one to move off.
He's a little high right now, and he's the most likely to get affected when Senko comes back. Or get bumped off top power play for Hoffman, which should have already happened.
Yeah. This is from Brandon Ford, another multi-cat monster. Dropped 1 in a Cats League. Rasmus Anderson, Ronick, or Grizzlick. I actually probably go Grizzlick.
Points League? Yeah. Probably Grizzlick.
Actually, yeah. I mean, I'm getting lower on Rasmus Anderson.
Ronick's not super good.
For points. I mean, all of them are.
I would have Anderson over the other two.
Let me see if I can move my camera to show Bandit looking at birds outside. I don't know if I can. That's not bright enough. Okay, there he is. Bandit sees pigeons on my fire escape, so he's getting ready to attack. Let's see my bed.
Personally said he was banged up. All right.
This is what the people sign up for. This is nature content. That's what we are now. We're a nature podcast.
Drop Erik Karlsson in a Cats League. I think he can, depending on how deep it is. It's not really. I don't think he's going to be great this season or anything. Hoffman and McAvoy for Hall. I got Hall. Did I win? probably, although McAvoy might be close if he continues to play top power play. Gibson or Corpusalo. Gibson, I think, long term. Sharks or Ducks? Ugh, I don't like Husso or Miller. Win is important. Man, I really don't know. I would probably wait. Sharks or Ducks? But you're asking about Husso? Husso's on the Blues. Yeah. I don't know the answer to that now. I'm confused.
Have you set your lines for today, Brandon?
I did.
Nice. I'm about to check mine. Let's take a look at what. I don't think I have any decisions to make today. All the postponed games make their decisions for me. Oh, nice. I haven't checked this league in a bit, and now I'm losing. Well,
good.
That's good. That's always good. Lovely. Anyways, let's get to some questions here.
Oh, we got offered Matthews, Holtby, and Ty Smith for Stammer and Grubauer. I mean, it's a big downgrade in net, but that's a huge upgrade at forward. So
yeah, it's worth it.
Do that. And maybe Cameron. Just drop Ty Smith and try to get backup for your next goalie.
Yo, Cameron, you gotta stop spamming. That is way too much. I'm putting you in timeout. You've been put in timeout. I love that button. Yeah, no spamming, folks. Oh gosh, William Casey, help! I drunk traded my 4th defenseman Provorov for Bjorkstrand. Now I'm down a good D-man with absolutely nothing on the wire. How bad did I mess up? I actually kind of
don't think it's that big of a deal.
I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think you did okay. It's okay. You could do much worse drunk, honestly. Could do much worse.
D'Angelo for Wilson in a points league? Sure. D'Angelo has no value.
Yeah, D'Angelo. Wait, someone is holding D'Angelo? Brock Nelson is a drop. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You can drop Nelson. Vishal. Hello, welcome. I love when Vishal tunes in. Let me know what tunes you're jamming to. In a Cats league, running only 3 defensemen, need to trade for a 4th. What targets do you like on teams right now, or which D would you recommend going after? I have Carlson, Dahlin, and Pionk. Oof. I would probably target. I like Theodore, for example. I think Theodore is still being undervalued a little bit. Hey, thank you, Llama. Appreciate it. Are Canadian players worth more because of COVID-19? I don't know. I think
maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit, but I wouldn't purposefully shift my entire roster to the Canadian division just because of that, I think. That'd be my take there. I can't wait for Liverpool City tomorrow. I don't know if any of you guys are EPL fans or soccer fans, but Liverpool City tomorrow is going to be fun. Weird. I'm trying to see if...
Yes, I would trade Goudreau for Stammer.
Hey, can you imagine if D'Angelo actually went to the Isles?
Wouldn't like it.
No, that'd be bad. What else is out there? Should I trade Johnny Gaudreau for Stammer? If I know he'll say yes, I would do it. I like Stammer a lot more. How you guys feeling about Konechny? Oh, yes. Dude, the Weeknd's album, the most After Hours, was probably top 3 album of the year for me last year.
Would you stack Marchand and Pastrnak? I already have Marchand, but got an offer for Panarin and Morrissey for Pastrnak. I mean, I don't intentionally target stacks, but that's a good trade, so you should do it anyway.
Yeah. For what it's worth, I have Pasta and Marchand, and I stacked them, and I'm okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
Traded Eric.
Probably the safest stack you can do, pretty much.
Yeah. Palat plus Romanov for Besser. Absolutely, I'd do that. Who's going to start at center back for Liverpool? I don't know. Probably Davies, I think. I think they just acquired Davies. They just signed him. Acquired. Eric Carlson for Ryan Ellis. Hoffman hold. Hoffman's going to the moon.
I think Eric Carlson and Ryan Ellis are both like. I would probably just hold Carlson in that case because I think his upside's higher, but they're both probably borderline waiver in most leagues. How do you feel about Kyrou and deep bangers? I like Kyrou more and more now because he's finally getting ice time, but I still don't know that he can keep up with what he's been doing.
For a second here. It's weird. I think it's my CPU being weird.
I should almost certainly be the one streaming.
Thoughts on Couture rest of season? Fine.
Yeah, not okay.
Yeah, not as high as I think we would have been before.
Blackwood available on waivers. Should I drop Bob for him? I would, actually.
Yes, I would absolutely do that. I don't know what it is. The team literally just doesn't play in front of Bob. Like, straight up doesn't show up.
Not the videos behind the audio. Is that what you're saying?
Oh, that's very. I think it's because my my CPU was really high and the video got laggy, so it should be okay here soon. I think, in theory. Yeah, I can see the video being a little laggy. Hopefully, it corrects itself. Which means it's just going to be us just sitting here hoping the stream corrects itself. Oh, I guess the audio is fine, but the video is lagging. That's fine. Should I pick up Palat 14-team Bangers League?
I don't have him ranked anywhere near as high as Dom does, but in a 14-team league, he probably should be on somebody's team. Ryan O'Reilly or Jack Hughes when he's back. I'd have Ryan O'Reilly. Barkov or Pedersen? And I would probably have Pedersen. I think they're kind of similar, but I think Pedersen, especially being in the Canadian division, has higher upside. I wouldn't necessarily hold on to Saros depending on who's available. Kind of depends on who's around. Those seem like the right moves, GRM. Yeah, Stutzel had a good game. What can you say?
Yep. Hey, we what are you gonna do? The FHP curse this year has been the opposite. In the past, it used to be that we'd make them bad. Now we make them good. Seems to be that way, at least.
Thoughts on Matthew Tkachuk over Gaudreau in a Cats league with goals, assists? Oh. Wait, did that just disappear?
You?
Oh, no. My chat jumped. I do like Matthew Tkachuk over Gaudreau in a league like that because Gaudreau doesn't hit at all, even with 5 keepers. Werenski's on the wire. Should I pick him up? It depends on who you drop. Maybe, but he is not amazing in most leagues.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry about the video, folks. I'm not sure exactly what's going on my side. I think that my computer's just not been very happy about OBS recently. I gotta figure that one out. At least the audio works.
Yeah.
Zib for
Kopitar. Zib for Kopitar and Rust, 12-team. I'd rather have Zibanejad in a Cats league like that.
Yeah, I think so.
Drop Dylan or McDonough Cats league. Either. I don't know. Probably McDonough.
Probably McDonough. Yeah.
Only points Radulov or DeBrincat. It's a toss up.
Yeah.
I would probably, I don't know. I would guess Radulov at this point. Should I package in a trade Pettersson and Wheeler or keep them? It depends on what you'll get.
Yeah.
Optimism level that Pionk will regain top power play. Not super high because it's a handedness thing. So unless Morrissey really blows it, I don't know if Pionk will get it back, even though I think he should. Did you guys say Svech is worth a third round pick from what you've seen now? I thought he was always worth a third. I thought he wasn't worth an early second. And that's starting to come into question at this point. But I still stand by what I said at the beginning of the season. I just don't know him well enough, and he hasn't done quite enough to warrant like his 15th overall that he was getting taken. He may wind up being worth it. I said that then as well. He may wind up being worth it, but there's just too high a chance that he wasn't going to be. Morrissey will get injured eventually. That is true. That is true. Yeah. 2 long-term season-long bangers: Greenway, Kaprizov, Roslovic, Farabee. I'm starting to like Roslovic more. I would have him as one of them, and probably Kaprizov as the other. Thoughts on Josh Anderson? He's good as long as he doesn't get hurt.
Yes, Cameron, you're out of the doghouse. You can ask questions. Just don't ask it 100 times.
Thoughts on Huberdeau and OEL for Marner and Provorov? I like the Marner and Provorov side. Huberdeau being on the second line, despite the fact he blew up in the last couple of games, I still think that Marner's ceiling is much higher than Huberdeau's. Should I drop Bjorkstrand for Chicago goalie Lankinen? Only if you really need Lankinen. Otherwise, I would just keep holding Bjorkstrand for now.
If you don't need a goalie that badly, you're probably okay.
I still don't think Morrissey's really worth it in a lot of leagues. He's one of the only top power play defensemen that just isn't actually very good at top power play, so it sort of doesn't matter. And he doesn't give you any peripherals really, so kind of hard to hold on to long term.
From a multi-cat monster here, any center suggestions for trade targets? My centers are Larkin and Nelson, and I want to move a wing and a D to upgrade. Zibanejad is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeah, just go see what someone would want for Zibanejad.
Or Malkin. Zibanejad and Malkin are going to be like the answer to that question for most people at this point.
Yeah. Especially if you're going to do a 2-for-1 deal like those guys.
Maybe for Morrissey, but he doesn't give you many cats, so. Lining and Trotrick for Wheeler and Hayes. Is it a Cats or a points league? In a points league, I'd probably have Wheeler and Hayes. In a Cats league, I'd probably want Line and Trocheck. Unless there's Pims, then I'd probably want Wheeler and Hayes. Rust or Monahan? I like Rust. Kopitar and Besser for Zibanejad and Teravainen points league. I think I'd hold Kopitar and Besser, weirdly enough. In a points league?
Yeah. In a points league especially, yeah.
Hedman and Pavelski for Matt Tkachuk and Rasmus R. Oh, Sabres. Yeah, Ristolainen. I would have Matt Tkachuk and Rasmus. I think if it's a Cats league, if it's a points league, then Risto kind of sucks. But Victor Hedman, yes. Should I trade Kopitar and Heiskanen for Hamilton and Reinhart in a points league? Yes, I think so. Hamilton is super good in that league, even though he hasn't really shown it yet.
I know David's favorite team is the Rangers. Who's Brandon's? He's an Islanders fan.
Yeah. Somebody said Theodore has more points than Kruger, less games played, feeling nervous.
I ignored that question on purpose.
It's looking good for me so far.
I do have Theodore shares, though, so I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be wrong. By the way, I have no Krug shares, so.
We probably aren't going to get to everything here, so
yeah.
Not to shill too much, but the easiest way for us to notice your question or to guarantee it'll get read is either to super chat or to be a multi-cat monster on YouTube. Otherwise, it's just
Yeah,
a bunch of white
remember.
text, and we have to kind of read what we can and try not to repeat ourselves too much, because the same question does get asked quite a bit. I'm sure we'll get asked about Saros like 4 more times, but
I'm a little bit worried about Saros, but
yeah,
not a ton. I'm worried about all goalies. I actually think there's a discussion to be had about goalies changing entirely in a value way in fantasy going forward, just because the league is so high scoring now.
Mm-hmm.
There's something.
How much
there.
of a sell high are Pavelski and Klingberg? The highest of sell highs.
The highest of sell highs you can be.
Yeah, their power play production is just unbelievable. There's no way that keeps up at all. They do look good. I'll give them that. So, I mean, I wouldn't sell them for, somebody just above waiver wire, but I would be looking to trade them.
Yeah. Thoughts on Connor plus Meyer for Zibanejad and Rust? Bangers with blocks. I probably take that. I think Connor and Zibanejad could be kind of equal rest of season. And then I'd take Rust over Meyer.
Mm-hmm. Is Domi a streamer in points leagues? You can give him a shot. I don't know. I wouldn't give him a very long leash, but it's plausible that he does okay considering he's playing with, now he's playing with Bjork Strand, but does get top power play.
Yeah. Nino or Adrian Kempe in a points league? Probably Nino. Even though I don't like either one. Probably go Nino. Thoughts on Meyer? In a points league, I'd drop.
Yeah, in a points league, I would not hold on to Meyer.
Yeah. I'm fine with Mantha while he's producing.
I'm definitely less high on Mantha than I was.
Yeah. I don't think his ceiling is what it was anymore, but Rust or Nylander bangers leagues, Jordan. Probably Rust.
Yeah, I like Rust.
I like Rust a lot. Anywhere we can get FHP swag, yes. There is a FHP store.
You can get shop.fantasyhockeypodcast.com. I remember right?
Yeah, or if you go to fantasyhockeypodcast.com, there's a shop link there. Brandon is the Twitter message guy. I'm the get the videos together, mess them up, and then have to record 3 times guy.
Garland long-term outlook. Yeah, I would hang on to him in 12-team Cats League until he stops producing at least.
Multi-cat monster question: Chikrin or Pulak rest of season?
Probably. I don't know.
I don't know.
In a bangers league, I'd probably take. You know what? In either league, I'd probably take Chikrin for now. Even though I'm not super high on him with OEL just about to come back, so we'll have to see how that goes.
Yeah. Hornquist or for Hagee points league? Hornquist, I think. What's wrong with Riley Smith?
Riley Smith. Well, let's take a look.
What episode did we talk about him in? Was it Unsus?
The most recent one, or Unsus?
I think it was Unsustainable. We talked about Riley Smith.
Riley Smith.
Or Monday when he was a drop candidate.
I mean, he's worse than last season, but I mean, he hasn't played very many games, so there is that. But I mean, for the most part, he should be doing a little bit better than he is right now, but not by much, honestly. Like, he's probably a 50 to 60 point pace guy with like not very good peripherals. So not super exciting. He also lost power play time.
Yeah.
Hoffman is on first line, but he's still not on top power play, which is where St. Louis is struggling. So I don't really understand that.
Yeah.
But I am higher on him now. Is Pierre-Olivier Joseph a good pickup? Nope. Letang is back.
Yeah, so he's done. Why didn't we do any ESPN drafts? Honestly, I just don't like the platform.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Thanks, Lucas. Hornquist for Hagee Points League.
I also have a Yahoo story one day for you of why we didn't do ESPN leagues this year, but we'll tell that story another day.
I don't know. Juicy. Hornquist first for Hagee in a points league. I think I'll take for Hagee.
I picked up Hornquist, and he's been lights out in my points league.
I wouldn't be surprised if Verhaeghe's ahead of him right now.
He's not. I know only because I recently made this pickup. I went Hornquist over Verhaeghe.
Spezza in leagues that just for today's game, he's not. I mean, forget the fact that you got a hat trick. There's almost certainly better options for today than Spezza. Should I pick Burns up? Yeah. Yes. You should pick Burns up. Definitely. Hornquist, Rust, or Arvidsson keep 2. Standard Yahoo Cats. Are we talking about like for next season? You mean you need to drop somebody? With that list, you have to drop Arvidsson, unfortunately. But I think like long term and like years out, I would have Arvidsson over Hornquist. But Slavin is on the waiver wire. Should I pick him up? He doesn't do much besides plus minus and blocks and like okay points. So if you need that, then okay. Yeah. Thoughts on Khrushchev, Blackhawks center playing with Kane? I don't know. That center spot has changed 3 times already, so I'm not super high on him. But I haven't really paid too much attention to him.
I only had 2 power play points this week.
Yeah. Hold awesome. Giordano in blocks leagues. I mean, if you need blocks, that's the only reason. He's not going to get a ton of points. Reimer, Vanacek for next week or so. Reimer. I think as soon as Samsonov comes off of COVID protocol, he's going to take the net back over. So I follow for Gaudreau in a Cats league. They're like opposite players. So if you need what Gaudreau gives, then sure. But otherwise, I follow is going to have more points. Burakovsky worth an ad in a 12-team banger league waiver. I mean, I don't know. Probably not. Like he's not going to play for a while, right? They're done for like a week or something. Default Cats, I have Monahan, several teams where he's my 4th C, rides a pine a lot. Trying to get rid of him. Can I drop him? I wouldn't drop him. Even if he is riding the pine. I do think that he will have a pretty decent season in the end of it. Duclair back. Will Duclair get back on power play 1 if Yandel ends up being traded? Yes, almost certainly. Vanacek from Malkin in a points league? Yeah, do that immediately. Vanacek does not have that much value. Trade away Marchessault for Hoglander. Yeah, you definitely disappointed me. That is not going to go well for you. I know you get like 6 players and postponed. Just punt the week, man. Like you're dead for this week.
Yeah. Don't be trading to. Yeah, Also, for advanced stats, we use natural stat trick.
Yeah.
But we built like our own tool to make it all more accessible. I don't remember. I haven't used the in-season tool in a bit. Is that essentially?
It's ready for 2021. Yeah. That's what I use.
Yeah. So in-season tool. That's where we get pretty much everything.
Research tool and the in-season tool are the same thing, pretty much.
Yeah. That's why Gamby's mic res of season probably sustainably low, honestly.
Yeah.
I have a little mute button and I totally forgot that was off.
Thoughts on Marino in a points league? No, he sucks. I mean, he doesn't suck, but he's not worth it in a points league. Thoughts on trading Doughty and Teravainen for Gensel? Yeah, I'd do it. What D should I grab from Pittsburgh? Guys, it's over. There's no grabbing D from Pittsburgh anymore. Letang is back. It's over. Wait till the next time he's out. And then it's probably Marino.
Are you guys familiar with how Dom makes his projections? He's got some funky rankings.
He uses value of replacement, right? So his rankings are a little different than most people, but
yeah, so he uses value of replacement. I use, for the one that we create for the tool, I forget exactly what I use. It's a or what the word is, the thing I use to calculate it all. It is very different Z-score? To Dom's though. Oh yeah, I use like a Z-score sort of thing.
Standard Yahoo Catsley. Marchessault PLD. I like Marchessault.
Bill de Iturondo.
Uh-huh.
Oh, banger point team. 10 team. Jordan Stahl off the wire, have Zibanejad and Scheifele as center. Also hints Suzuki Shen and Verhaeghe that can play center. Is Stahl more than a keeper, or more a keeper than streamer?
I would hold him until he starts screwing up, which honestly,
yeah,
shouldn't take too long. But
yeah, I agree.
He's been great out of the gate and getting in on power play points and stuff, which is unusual for him. But probably won't keep up. But I would, I would let it see where it's going to go.
Yeah. The Terrifier retracted the message though. Traded Pasta, Makar, and Lindholm for Giroux, Huberdeau, Wheeler, and Pionk in a points league. Fine, I think. Big trades like that are always so hard to me.
Pasta, Makar, Lindholm for.
I still think you did well though.
Nah, I think you lost that trade. I think Pasta and Makar
Why?
In a points league are. Pasta's the best in the trade. Makar is way better than Pionk or Giroux. So you're winding up with like Pasta and Makar, and then like Hoobs and Wheeler in between the two, and then like Giroux and Pionk are pretty close to Lindholm, I guess. I don't know. I mean, it is a big trade. It's close, but in that case, I would probably go with Pasta just because I think his upside is crazy.
Pasta's upside is there is no ceiling.
Yeah. Let me see if I can move my
Jack Hughes
my
versus
camera
Verhaeghe in a points league.
I got some room for it now. If I can get over to the side or something.
Yeah. I think I'd take Verhaeghe in a points league over Jack Hughes right now.
Yeah, probably.
Because I like the Florida team more.
You are not serious. Louis Eriksson is not in the top 6. That can't be.
Oh my god.
Where are you seeing this? I need a link immediately.
Are you going to go pick him up?
No, I'm going to be upset.
I would...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did they drop Hoglander out of the top 6?
Yeah, he's third line.
For Louis Eriksson?
For Louis Eriksson.
That can't be. That can't be. Like, I don't even care, but I'm still just baffled. Oh my God, they did. Why? Why would they do that? Why would they do that? Hoglander's producing with like garbage minutes, and you're going to demote him for Louis Eriksson. For Louis Eriksson. Oh my God.
What's worse? This or when the Oilers first waived Chason and then scratched Neal after 2-goal game and played Chason? What was worse?
I don't know. I hate everything. This is stupid. We're sitting here complaining about how like American teams are impossible to predict because of all the COVID going on. And then Canada is doing Louis Eriksson on top. Oh, did he get top power play? Now that I think about it, he didn't get a power play, did he? No, he's second power play.
Hold Louis Eriksson to the moon.
Man, I hate it. Louis Eriksson. Okay, Ristolainen got dropped. How much is he worth on a waiver budget? Nothing. In points league, he's not really worth much. In a Cats league, he's worth. If you have Pims, he's worth a decent amount. Probably like somewhere in the 15-20 range. It depends on your league, though. Like there could easily be somebody that just drops $60 on him, and then you don't get him. So. Who wins RNH and Rope hints for Gensel and Olofsson? Wow, that's close. I would have Gensel and Olofsson, I think, though. Barely.
Diamond hands on Louis Eriksson.
Surprised you guys haven't talked about Adam Fox much. Think he's thus high rest of the season? He is. Yeah, he is.
He is. Yeah, I think we haven't talked about him much because it's kind of one of those things where you're not going to trade for him. You're not going to trade him away. He's doing fine. I don't know. Just not a lot to say about him. I probably would have put him on sus high maybe this week, but he's fine.
Quite fine.
Stonks. really fantasy and stocks have a lot of the memes.
We are done
overlap.
with the market. There's no more market talk
overlap.
on this show.
I'm not doing it
ever again.
The chat started it.
Ever
the chat
again.
started it. It wasn't me. It was the chat. Okay. It was the chat. I'm just playing.
I don't think Pionk regains power play one without an injury or without them struggling in the power play. Unfortunately,
agreed.
Marchand and McCarr
PLD or Marchessault?
No, I would have Marchand and McCarr.
Yeah. I think I'd rather have March right now.
Then what?
With the way he's playing. With the way Marchessault is playing right now, I'd rather have Marchessault than PLD.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I thought I already answered that one. Maybe somebody else asked the same question.
Did you?
That's weird.
Maybe I missed it.
No, it was like a while ago. Clyde Teravainen is a bonus.
A lot of people making similar trades.
Have warm feelings. Yeah, I mean, he's a 0-calorie point getter, right? So, and right now he hasn't been getting points, so he drops zeros when he doesn't get points. But I do think he's going to be better than he has been. So there's that. But yeah, Trocheck
Don't be
is
surprised
when
I steal that and I start talking about how I have lukewarm feelings about players or real warm feelings.
I got to figure out if I'm going to drop Jeff Carter in my dynasty league just to have extra starts.
Probably should.
There's a reason for me to do it right now. Like I could do it to chase Pim and possibly blank the other guy this week, which is just rude. But I could play Kiefer Bellows or Ryan Johnston. Although Johnson hasn't played in the last 3 games. He's my best Pim guy. It doesn't make sense. I just don't need to do it. PLD's in practice for the Jets. Yeah, he's supposed to play on Tuesday. What are your thoughts on Burns and Carlson? Oh, yeah, you can't bait this one anymore. That's already happened. Although we both agreed on Carlson for what it's worth. And my take seems to be aging quite well for the other two. Would you trade Suzuki for Pedersen? Yeah. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Connor Garland for real.
You should absolutely go pick up March.
I would do that. Pedersen and Marner or Stone for point. No. Well, no. Nope. Stone has been amazing so far.
Honestly,
hey, boys.
I hate the David Quinn line blender and the Tortorella line blender. They both suck.
Thank you, Charles, for the super chat. What do you think about Fiala? I think he's good. I think he will be good rest of the season. He was really snake bitten at the beginning of the season. Shoots like a crazy person. He'll be fine. I'm trying to trade for him, actually.
Yeah, I like him. I like him more than I did at the beginning of the season, or like in the preseason.
Yeah, I liked him quite a bit then too. But the fact he's shooting so much is really good.
Yeah, we disagreed on him, and then I've come around now that I've seen how much he's shooting, and the deployment is there.
If Hoffman gets power play 1, do you think he becomes the most valuable Blues forward in a points league? Hard to say because he is the most volatile. If you told me I knew he was going to get power play 1 and line 1 for the rest of the season, even then I would probably save Ryan O'Reilly's worth more or Shen in some leagues, but still decent.
Okay, I think
McAvoy
we have
holds
10
power
more
play
minutes
1
here.
when Grizz comes back. I don't know. He might. It's a handedness thing that is why Grizz has it, but I mean, McAvoy's giving them plenty of reason not to switch him out. So,
yeah. Kyrou or Tatar? Probably Tatar.
Yeah, I am liking Kyrou more with his minutes, but
yes,
he needs more, even though he's continued to put up points.
I can get Stone and Point for Marner and Pedersen in a points league. Absolutely not. Keep Marner and Pedersen.
Yeah, don't do that. Rank Monahan, Couture, and Trocheck rest of the season. Keep bangers. Trocheck, Monahan, Couture.
Yeah.
Don't blame me, guys, for dropping Barry in my team choice. Oh, I dropped Barry in every league I had. So, and now we're getting roasted because somehow I'm supposed to be like a soothsayer that predicts that he will regain top power play the next game and then get like a 2-point streak in 4 straight games. Like, I don't know.
After,
happens.
Mind you, he had played. I mean, what people forget about at that time was he had played, I think it was like I could look this up, but I don't want the video to break. It's like 24%, 13%, and then 0%. Like he wasn't playing any power play time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real talk, Bobrovsky or Louis Eriksson. Louis Eriksson. At least he doesn't get you negatives.
Trade Marchand and Makar for Vasilevsky. I already answered that. No, don't do that.
Yeah.
Ellis and Marchessault for Makar. If it's a points league, yeah. Makar is really dangerous in not points leagues because he doesn't do anything else except for get points. Would you make the swap from Giordano to Anderson? Probably, unless you need the blocks.
Yeah.
Anderson's
actually been blocking a little bit. Obviously not as much as Giro.
But unless you want to stick around, but I have to go meet my family.
Okay. Let's get this last multi-cat monster here. Who would you hold in the defense in the Cats League? Pick 2.
I'll wait for the 2 then.
Waiting.
Gallagher and Josh Anderson for Gensel and Ben. I like Gensel and Ben a lot more.
Yeah.
Monahan and DeBrincat for Pedersen. If it's a points league, I really don't like Pedersen all that much in not points leagues.
Yeah.
Getzlav or Batherson. I didn't mention this one yet. I would, ignoring the injury for, I don't know. I'd probably take Batherson.
Yeah, probably take Batherson.
Puljujärvi or Kopp for Fiala. Ooh. Let's wait for tonight, right? I think the answer is probably Puljujärvi, though.
Yeah, I think it's Puljujärvi.
We should probably see if Kopp has been bumped from top 6 or not. If he is, then I think he dropped value very quickly. Yeah. Kyrie or Gurianov.
Okay. Well, time to call it a sit-start Saturday. Thank you for joining us. Next week should be a lot crazier because it's so packed. But catch the week preview tomorrow.
I do want to answer these last 2 because I think they're both interesting.
Okay.
Don't panic ever for Malkin, honestly, unless you you just have to eat that one. Rumors that Yahoo won't allow leagues to extend the season if the season extends. It's true. I don't know. Last season they just kept adding more days at the end of the week. So maybe they'll just do that. Okay. Yeah, that'll do it.
Yep. Peace out. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in.